I watched as my wife's secret lover walked boldly into our house, completely oblivious to the carefully set trap awaiting him just beyond the entryway. "Listen to this," Mark began, leaning back in his chair. His voice was calm but carried a sharpness that drew immediate attention. "You know how everyone always said Liam and Elena were the perfect match? The kind of couple others looked at with envy? He seemed to have it all: charm, a booming career managing luxury hotels in Milan, and a stunning wife who worked at an elite art gallery. From the outside, they were the image of romance. Honestly, even I bought into it. But looks can be deceiving." Mark paused, letting the silence stretch, the weight of his words lingering. "Liam once confided in me. At first, their relationship felt like a dream. Weekend escapes to Tuscany, candlelit dinners, like scenes from a romance film. And Elena wasn't just beautiful. She had this magnetic aura. When she entered a room, it felt like the universe shifted toward her. Everyone took notice. But slowly, things began to change. So gradually, Liam couldn't pinpoint when it started. It began with small signs. Her scrolling on her phone through dinner, work consuming her every moment. He sensed a shift but dismissed it, blaming stress. That was his first mistake. Mark leaned forward slightly, his tone growing hushed. The truth started unraveling over something as ordinary as a coat pocket. One rainy evening, Liam was tidying up after dinner when Elena came home late again. She claimed she'd been at a gallery event, kissed him quickly, said she was exhausted, and went straight upstairs. Seemed normal, right? But when Liam picked up her coat to hang it, he noticed a crumpled piece of paper inside. Normally, he wouldn't pry, but curiosity won. He unfolded it, expecting a receipt from a coffee shop. Instead, it was from a luxury hotel downtown, dated 3 nights prior. The same night she claimed to be working late. His mind raced. Who had she been with? Why the hotel? He stood frozen, receipt in hand, drowning in questions. But he didn't confront her. Not immediately. Liam was calculating. He knew one slip of paper wasn't enough. That's when he decided to investigate. A few days later, after Elena left for work, he opened her laptop. His hands were shaking as he combed through her emails. At first, it all looked routine. Messages about exhibits, appraisals, standard gallery business. Then he saw an email chain with someone named Victor. Initially, it seemed businesslike. But the further he read, the tone changed, personal, flirtatious. Then came the line that crushed him. "Last night was incredible. I can't stop thinking about you." And Elena's reply? "Me too. I can't wait for Friday." Liam felt the ground vanish beneath him. Everything he believed about his marriage was a lie. Still, he didn't explode. No yelling, no accusations. He closed the laptop, sat silently, and vowed to uncover the full truth before taking action. Mark's face darkened. "I used to think stories like that happened to other people. Until one stormy night, my world cracked. Maya came home from work, rain in her hair, mind distant. I thought nothing of it. Later, as I cleaned up, I grabbed her coat from the chair. Felt something inside. Just a crumpled paper, I thought. I unfolded it. It was a receipt from one of Amsterdam's top hotels, dated 3 nights prior. The same night Maya said she worked late at the gallery. My stomach dropped like a stone. I didn't confront her. I stayed composed, slipped the receipt into my pocket, and pretended everything was normal. That night, while she slept peacefully beside me, I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, mind spiraling. In that moment, I realized the life I thought I knew was a lie. In the days that followed, I started noticing things. Her phone never left her side. Her answers grew vague when I asked about her day. And all those sudden gallery events. They piled up. I couldn't shake the feeling. The woman I loved was keeping secrets, and I was determined to find out the truth. Then it got worse. I refused to wallow. Instead, I became a detective. One morning after Maya left, I accessed her laptop. My hands were shaking so badly I almost dropped it. At first, just boring work emails. Talks about paintings, gallery events. But then, an email thread with someone named Kabir. It began innocently. Then the tone shifted. Kabir wrote, "Last night was unforgettable. I can't wait to see you again." Maya replied, "Me too. Same time Friday." Mark's voice dropped. Can you imagine reading that? He said it felt like the floor crumbled beneath him. But even then, he stayed level-headed. Instead of confronting her, he collected every shred of evidence. Even hired a private investigator to look into Kabir. What he found made his blood boil. Kabir wasn't single. He had a wife, 2 kids, and a high-profile job as a corporate lawyer in Amsterdam. That was the final blow. It wasn't just Maya's betrayal. It was the daily lies that cut deepest. But Mark didn't react recklessly. I wasn't going to accuse her without everything, he told me. So he spent weeks compiling proof, emails, hotel receipts, photographs. He wasn't just exposing them. He wanted them to face what they'd done. Then the moment arrived. He told Maya he had a business trip to Madrid. She barely responded, almost relieved. He kissed her goodbye and parked a few blocks away. That night, Kabir arrived like he owned the place. Fancy car, flowers, the whole act. Mark waited an hour, letting them settle in. When he walked in, they didn't notice him at first. They were laughing, sipping wine, acting like a couple. Then they saw him. Maya went ghostly white. Kabir looked ready to bolt. Mark didn't raise his voice. Didn't break a thing. He simply dropped a folder on the table. Photos, emails, hotel bills. "Explain this," he said. Maya tried to cry, claimed it wasn't what it seemed, that she made a mistake. But Mark wasn't buying it. "You didn't just betray me," he told her. "You disrespected me in my own home." Kabir tried to leave, muttering excuses. Mark blocked the door. "Not so fast," he said. "You're just as guilty." Kabir stammered and finally ran off. Maya begged Mark to stay, said she felt lonely, that she still loved him. But he saw through it. "You weren't lonely while sneaking around," he said. "Don't pretend this was some mistake." The next day, Mark contacted his lawyer. He filed for divorce. With all the evidence, Maya had no chance. She lost the house, most of the savings, and even her social circle turned against her. Mark wasn't done. He made sure Kabir's wife got the full story. Sent her everything. Within weeks, Kabir's marriage fell apart, and his reputation at work crumbled. Mark claimed it wasn't revenge, just justice. But what struck me most was how he didn't let bitterness consume him. Later, he found unsent letters Maya had written. In them, she admitted to her insecurities, her remorse, her guilt. She said she never stopped loving him. For a moment, Mark felt sadness for what they could have had. But he knew nothing could undo the betrayal. He closed that chapter. Now, Mark lives in Florence, building a new life. Before we ended our talk, he said something I won't forget. Betrayal doesn't just hurt you. It tears down illusions. And in that truth, you find your strength. Heavy words. But they stuck with me.